Tweed Cadillac. How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm doing as well as far as I could tell, man. How y'all doing tonight?
Good, man. Good. Doing real good, and it's a huge honor to have you back on the show because it's been a minute, man. We definitely wanted to catch up with you and see how you're doing. I see 93 Point Tweed FM is doing some big things, man. What's going on with the radio show?
Well, man, I grew up listening to oldies my whole life, and by me being from Cali with the lowrider scene, things of that nature, I've always been fond of oldies, and I decided that all these R&B stars that I grew up on don't really get a platform. A lot of them are passing away. A lot of them had horrifying careers. They got ganked out of most of the money. So I just wanted really to embrace that. And as I started bouncing the ball towards that direction, it turns out that I had so much in common, man, with these cats. They kind of embraced me as well. And to date, I think I've interviewed over 85% of all the artists that's been on TV One unsung. So, I mean, it's a great milestone for me. And I never would have thought that I've been able to meet, like, all of my idols, from Evelyn Champagne King to Confunction, Dramatics, Blue Magic. Man, I've had a chance to interview them, and it's a great feeling, man. It's basically my transition because I love music, I love entertainment, but now it's giving me a whole new breath of life, something else to do, man.
Yeah, and the dope part about it is too, you're pretty much doing what we're doing from a different era. I love that shit because we're trying to interview all the guys that we came up off of, and that's what you're doing. And man, I know the feeling. I know what you're talking about, and it never gets old. It never gets old.
Exactly.
I don't care who you interview. There's always going to be a different show every time.
Exactly.
And,
plus, I hear the inside scoops because a lot of artists are kind of comfortable and open enough to talk to me, and they tell me how they had the faulty managers back in the day, and all they were worried about was the fame side of it, and how they got ganked out of their publishing. And man, I hear some horrible stories, but yet they are still, keeping on, still doing shows, still doing it for the love of the music. And I feel the same way because, like, I know a lot of cats in hip-hop, just like your other caller said, they be gone in 10 years. So I respect that, man. I respect that they respect what they do, and a lot of them are getting older, and they're passing away. Yeah, I mean, we're losing famous celebrities. El Jarreau just passed, you know what I mean? And I would have loved to have interviewed him. I've only lost two. I've only lost two guys recently that I've interviewed, and that's Marshall Jones, the bass player for the Ohio Players, one of my idols, and Mr. Billy Brown from Ray Goodman and Brown, otherwise known as The Moments. I've interviewed both of those cats, and they kind of passed on. So it's a good feeling, man, to really be doing something, man, that can be respected.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? There's a level of respect, especially when you bring on guys who normally don't have a platform anymore, kind of been forgotten about. Those are some of my favorite ones, man. The ones that, like we interviewed Pooh Man, for example. Right when he got out of jail, we were the first interview he did in 13 years. It's like, man, this is dope because this guy hasn't spoken to anybody in the rap world, you know what I'm saying, in the media world for a long, long time. And to be able to do stuff like that, man, is priceless. Hey, my other co-host is here, Mac J. Mac J was here with the whole Tweed. We're chopping up about 93 Point Tweed FM, man, his radio show. And we were talking about how his show, he's interviewing the guys he came up off of. And you've interviewed about, what did you say, about 85% of the people that were featured on Unsung?
Yeah, at least, man. I mean, at least, if not more. The whispers, man, I could go on and on. If I keep going on, it's looking like I'm bragging. But I never would have thought that I would have been able to even talk to these people, let alone meet them. Me and my girl always trip because one day I said, suppose I lost my telephone and somebody went through my call log and saw the dramatics and Blue Magic, and the Spinners and all that. They would think it was all those real numbers because I basically kept a relationship going with them as well. You know, Millie Jackson is my godmother now. I call her godmom. You know, I can call her up on any given day, and she gives me game. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
She's kind of helped my radio career as well because she had a show down in Atlanta, and she told me some do's and don'ts. And then there's another guy by the name of Kevin James. He's the inventor of the Quiet Storm, and he took me under his wing as well and told me that he said at the rate that you're going, you'll be in the top 10 of all R&B oldies shows within a year, and it actually happened. So, man, it's beautiful, man, to be around beautiful people,
congratulations
man.
for it too.
Man, I'm in the National Broadcasters Coalition for Radio. Who would have thought something like that? Even Artie LeBeau knows who I am, and he's the king of the oldies. So that right there. So, and the funny part about it, they don't even know that I used to be a rapper. I try to separate the two. You feel me? They have a lot of people don't even know that. That's the interesting part about that too. They don't even really know my background. They just know me as a host, you know, and an all-around cool cat.
Yeah. Hell yeah. What's their reaction when they do find out that you used to rap, though? Like, do they?
Actually,
are they kind of taken back a little bit, or?
I never really bring that up, not unless the conversation is going smooth and I'm comfortable enough to say that. Because when I was a rapper, you know, my conversation was kind of explicit, and it would go against their morals. Like, for example, I interviewed Stacey Lattisaw, and she's completely in the church. So, I would never want her to know that I had a hit single called "Rolling in the Pimp Lane." You feel me?
Right. I feel you. You know what that show to guys like us, because like when we have you on the show and other guys, it's kind of like when you have your legends on the show. It's just show the growth. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same essence, man, because and it never gets old. Every time we have you on, it's different from the last time we had you on, or vice versa with other guests. And it's beautiful to be able to share that with our audience. But I'm going to tell you what, Tweed, let's take a little break real quick. I want to give them another one of these dope bangers that you sent me.
Okay,
man,
let me say one thing before the break. Man, let me say one thing that's really tripping me out right about now. I didn't mean to cut you off, but check this out. Guess what else we have that's deeply in common? I heard you earlier today, and you were speaking on, and I also follow you on Facebook and what have you, about how people will use your name to get other guests and stuff. Do you know that I have been living with that ever since I started my show? My competitors, I'm talking about other oldie radio shows, will listen to my shows, and you know how you give the artist a chance to give his contact information. Yeah. So they'll listen to my show just to be able to get the contact information to book that same artist on their show. And it's so funny because I sit back and I notice things. So if I have Evelyn Champagne King on my show Thursday, and then 2 weeks later you have her, and it's like, wow, dude, okay, I dig it. So I got the haters trying to ride on me like a chick on a horse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I understand how you feel using your name without your permission, and you know, man, that ain't cool, man. Ain't nothing fly about that at all.
No, it ain't. And you know what's funny too? There's people that vouch for some of these guys. It's almost like they get brainwashed by them, and they'll actually think that these motherfuckers are cool. They're doing all right. But then what we got to do is we got to expose them, and then then they go flying away and ducking, running for cover. But that's what it is, man. I feel you, Tweed. Let's give them I Bet You, man. Tell them about this one.
Oh, man, that was a song, man. We were sitting back in the lab, man. That's my boy, man. No Doze, the Insomniac. He don't sleep at all. He's out of Fresno, California, man. Real cool cat, man. And I had the pleasure of, like, chilling, man, in a lab for, like, I went to do a feature in the city with him, and I ended up staying there for, like, 2 months. You know, they ended up recording the whole album for me just out of love. You know what I'm saying? So, man, song mean a lot to me, man. It's gutter, it's sweet, you know that fly, classy shit that I'm usually doing. But every now and then, you might have to sock a nigga.
Right,
every now
right,
and then.
exactly.
I be trying my best to keep it fly, but every now and then, you know how these streets play you, man.
Oh yeah. Well, don't go nowhere. We're going to be right back with the homie Tweed Cadillac right here in the Murder Master Music Show. Only at UGS for life. Man, that's what I'm talking about.
Dope, man.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. That's
Tweed,
I'll be loving it,
man. That's
hell
yeah. You got a CD out right
man.
now we can go get?
Actually, yes, I do, man. I'm affiliated, man, with a conglomerate of MCs right about now, man. My job basically is a music consultant. You know, I guess I'm the guy that connects the dots. I'm the executive consultant for my godson. His name is Fusion. He's like Northern California's one of the flyest producers that there is. And he's been in music since he was like 18 years old. So I actually put together a project. It's called Bread, Beats, and Blues. It's produced by Fusion. And what I did, man, I rappers, man, let me be in this game so long, I know rappers from all over the country. I'm talking about all over the country. So I kind of fit, once he gave me a track, I said, well, okay, well, I got a guy here, man. His name is Pat God. You know, he's from D.C., and he would really sound good with this guy that I got by the name of No-Dos from Fresno. So all I did was just put together, a unit, and we came up, man, with Bread, Beats, and Blues. And it's a very, very unique type album, man. Man, let me just
I'm going to check that shit out.
Man, you really going to have to, because this guy, man, he been doing beats, man, since he was like 18 years old, and he ain't no joke, and he really believes in his tracks. He goes the extra mile. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, what I ended up doing, man, as I said, I know all of these hot MCs, man. I got who I got? I got Dog Man from Compton. He's like super talented. I got Boots Rothschild from Philadelphia on there. I got L.O. Another Breed, one of the hottest females in Philly. Man, I got Sneak Rothstein, Killer Ron out the Drodian camp to lay a few joints with us. Who else I got, man? Let me get some lights. Man, I got Bogart Styles. Bogart Styles, man. He's a the word beast. It should be his damn face in the dictionary. I got I got Little Mama. I got another cat out of the IE called Sharon Ruckus, man. He's super hot as well. Flex Wally, Buddy Black out of Tennessee. You know, man, just a well-rounded, and also my other group, man, the Pimp Council. You know, man, I've been working, man, developing them for like about, I think we're about to set upon maybe our 3-year anniversary now. And they prepped in prime and ready to roll. They've been rolling, man, real strong, man, but we really about to make a real splash. They just finished a new project as well, and I too am the executive consultant on that. It's called Council Business by the Pimp Council. And you can find all of that at pimpcouncil.com. It's as simple as that.
Shout out to the Pimp Council.
The Pimp Council, man. Queen Cane Slim and Caddy Man. You know, man, I raised them on milk and magnesia and Kool-Aid, and they're ready to serve.
Yeah, I remember we had them on the show that one time, Prez. Remember? We need to bring them back on.
Yeah,
too, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They're my children, man.
You brought them on here before.
They ain't scared of nothing. Man, it's like, man, I can't even call them pit bulls because they're like
Pimp Counselor Woods on Facebook. I think one of them.
With lime. Oh yeah, man. They're gorillas in the mist, man, and they fear none and no one. So, man, you know, just, man, basically, I'm trying to get back, man, because I want to be able to sit back in my recliner, do my radio show, but know that I have used my hip-hop influence to be able to help somebody else, man. You know what the do's and don'ts about hip-hop. So that's really my contribution.
Right.
And look, the Pimp Council, I discovered them. They're from Flint, Michigan. So for me to be working with these guys all the way across the country for 3 years, and I'm day to day with their development, I'm very proud, man. I'm very, very proud of the Pimp Council, man. I mean, they've never let me down. So at least they'll have something. And then while I'm old and I'm drinking my cognac doing my radio show, when they blow up, I'll be in the audience, rah-rah. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a proud papa, man. That's really what.
Right. Well, you know what I'm saying, Tweed? It seems like you very well rounded, man. I'm happy for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I salute you all the way to the fullest, man, because I like the fact that you doing your radio show and you've been pumping it for a while. Like I remember I called one of your shows and I think you was doing a tribute for Jerry Heller, and I called in on one of them. I don't know which episode it was, but you let me on there for a hot second, man, and I just like how well rounded the show is. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the guests that you have on the show, my dad just passed away almost about a year ago to this day, but them the jams that he was all on. You know what I'm saying? So like the people that you have on your show, I wish he was still around so I could be telling them, hey, look, you can still check some of these guys out. You know what I'm saying? The stylistics and all that. My old dude, that's what I grew up on, listening to what my pops and them listened to.
Me too, man. Look, I even had the Temprees. I interviewed the Temprees, the Whispers, Black Ivory, the Dramatics. I mean, I have more fun than they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm going to have to check your archive out. I have to dive in there.
It'll blow your mind. Man, just go to tweedcadillac.com and you will see all these people, man, that I've had. Howard Hewitt, man, I mean, all kind of people. And you know what's really funny as well? I've been in this rap game since like 92, right? I never had no rap beef with nobody. I done been with the best of the best. And I get into it like a little beef with I'll be sure. To me, that's a funny as it. I'll be sure.
I'll be sure.
What kind of shit is
night and day, huh?
That's a funny shit. That's a funny shit. All these gangster rappers I've been around. And me and I'll be sure is the product. Yeah, that's funny as hell to me, man.
What you and Al B. Sure had some beef? That's crazy, man.
Yeah, we had some words, man. He said something that was kind of derogatory to me, you know, and it's like, why, dude, you don't really know me like that, you know, all over an interview request. It kind of got out of hand a little bit, and he said some foul shit, man, as if he was like super Hollywood, and that shit kind of offended me.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be the worst.
Oh, yeah, that nigga was super Hollywood. And then when I told him, I said, man, well, I've been on the charts too, homeboy. You know, all the rapper came out in me then. I wasn't no longer.
You had to let him know. Yeah, you had to let him know what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Don't act like that. Then you the only celebrity, nigga. I was a celebrity too. I was selling 25,000 records a week. So you better back them off me, man.
Exactly. Yep. You're crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like. Exactly, and that's what people. That's what a lot of people don't do. They don't do their research. So it's just like we was talking about with the people that name drop to get shows and this and that. It's like ain't nothing wrong with interviewing the same people that we had, but you got to go through the same work that we did to get these artists. Exactly. We really be working to get these people on here. Prez ain't never hit nobody up and said, "Hey man, I'm cool with Tweed. Can you come on the show?" We ain't never did that. We telling them about what we doing. And if they want to come on, they free to come on. But if not, I always let them know if you don't want to come on the show, still check out the archive. I still invite them to check it out. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it took me maybe 3 months to get Denise Williams. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people, man, don't really know. I'm talking about back and forth emails with management, just all kind of, man. I had to jump through hoops, barrels, over alligator.
Yeah, bro, I know that shit.
But man, hey, look, man, it ain't easy. So it's like for you to cheat and listen to my show, fuck my substance, fuck what I'm talking about, all you want is some contact information. That shit ain't cool either, man.
Yeah, ain't no more piggyback rides for you motherfuckers, man. No piggyback rides, man. You know what I'm saying? My kids is too big to get on my back. You know what I'm saying? So, like, nah, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Either we all holding each other up or we not. Yeah, because that's what people do. Because what they'll do is they'll go behind you and interview. And this was probably even more crazy, though, Prez. Like, what if they name drop to get the person on there and then try to do the same interview, asking the same goddamn questions, the same way, the same, you know what I'm saying? Not crediting where they got the information from. That's the big problem, too, because a lot of people show steal. They'll see our show, and then they go get the same person and basically ask the same question, sometimes word for word. That's when it's crazy.
Think about this scenario, too. They'll use your name, get a guest on the show, and then they'll have a bad experience with the guest. Then that guest won't come on your show again. You know, so there's a lot of scenarios that are just bad when people do that. It's bad for the game, period. But, hey, we got to
you got to get out here and do your own work, man.
We got a call. This is Sin from France, all the way from France. You're on the line with Tweed Cadillac. Sin, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm fine. Hi, Scott. I'm McJ. Hi, Tweed Cadillac. Yes, tell us about your album, Just to That Fools, and your track, AMG, It Don't Stop.
Oh, man, I had so much fun doing that, man. Oh, man, and one night, man, we was just, sitting around. And that goes back to the oldie show as well. Toast to the Fools was like a song that the Dramatics did, and I always loved that title. So what happened was AMG was hanging out with me one night, and we just came up, man, with that concept, man, and DJ Boogaloo actually produced that song, and, man, it turned out to be a banger. That album, man, was really a great album, man. If you guys go back to my archives, you probably can Google that. I ended up having some difficulties, man, with that independent label I was on. So I really don't really chill with them no more. That's why I've never really tried to promote that album any further. But it did some cool numbers. But, man, that was a very, very great experience, man. Do you have it, sir? Do you actually have that CD?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And it don't stop with IMG. Can you tell us about this track?
Yeah, that was a song I was speaking of. Yeah. IMG is my brother, man. We go back from Bits Better Have My Money days, you know. So, man, he's the number one. He's the number one good guy. But yeah, that song was so much fun to do, man, and I'm truly appreciative that you actually enjoyed.
Yeah. Sin is like a rap encyclopedia, man. He knows all about like music from everywhere. He's one of them dudes that just soaks up all the music, man. Shout out to Sin. Thank you for coming out, Sin. So go ahead,
was part of Macadelics also. You was part of Macadelics also.
Yes,
your album
was.
Was to the game. Yeah.
Yes.
Can you tell us about this album?
Well, the Macadelics, that started out, me and DJ Aladdin was hanging out in Compton, and DJ Aladdin was with Low Profile and N.W.A back in the day. He was the producer and the DJ from the Mad Circle. And what happened was, he said, man, I got all these beats, and you got all these rhymes, so why don't we just put together a project? So I said, well, I don't want to do it myself, so we ended up finding another guy. His name is Below Zero Giovanni. Now he goes by the name of Urge7. He's from Compton as well. So the whole premise of the story was Aladdin do the beats, and we write all the lyrics. But as we was coming up with all this fly player shit, Aladdin said, I want to rap too. So I just started writing him verses as I was writing my verses. So that's how the Macadelics actually, came to be. And we did pretty good in France and Germany. And that, man, I don't know if you guys even got that album, but that album, man, is no joke as well, too. That album is called Exposed to the Game by the Macadelics. You can find that and any online everywhere. And that came out of I believe it was 1996 or 97.
Yeah, 96.
Wow.
The album is dope.
Yeah.
The cover is crazy. The cover is crazy.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, that cover. Man, we had an artist actually come in and airbrush that cover, man. Yeah, and actually, I don't want to shine my own shoes, but it was kind of my idea, as far as having the little kid looking into that book, and that book was exposing them to the game. So that's how the title came, Exposed to the Game, But hey, man, this hip hop has been good to me, as they say in America. This hip hop has been good to me, man. But I'm kind of proud of a lot of my accomplishments. I just wish that Eazy-E would have still been living, because if Eazy-E wouldn't have died, when he died, man, I would have been way bigger, man, than where I was or where I'm at in hip hop. But it is what it is, man. God bless his soul, man. But he was a good dude, man.
Yeah, Eazy. I definitely think if he would have lived, there would have been so much stuff that he would have done over the years, the last 20-something years. He would have just done so much stuff. Do you care to reflect on him a little bit before we go to our next break, Tweed?
Yes. Well, actually, Eazy was geared up and ready to do a lot of stuff, man. I'm sure for a lot of people. But when he passed away, it kind of put a standstill on a lot of the people's careers too. It took me years to get out of that contract, because his wife ended up, getting the company and stuff. So it kind of dogged out my career personally, because they fought me, to get out of it. And finally, I was able to get out of it. But by that time, it's years that went by. When you ain't hot no more, you ain't hot no more. So that basically, I was left to fend for myself independently. And that's how me and Aladdin came up with that Macadelic situation, and did that album on our own budget, and walked it up to a record company and got a deal to get back on my feet. Feel me? So I know the struggle of hip hop. I've seen cats lose their families over this hip hop. I've seen families break up over this hip hop. Man, I've had more recording contracts than guys have. Man, had anything. I know what it is. I turned down recording contracts. Feel me? And I'm talking about recently, because it ain't no money in selling records no more if you don't have no fan base. And that's real spit. Because I'm not going to wear no skinny jeans, and I refuse to do that. So it ain't no selling out over here. I'm going to do my player music, and either it's going to be respected or it's going to be rejected. But I'm not going to conform and sell out. That's why the Murder Master Music Show, I love y'all, man, because y'all tell it like it is, man. And you ain't scared to tell it like it is. I follow y'all.
I appreciate it, man.
I read y'all posts. Y'all damn near gangsters over there. Y'all be talking some shit. You feel me? But I respect that, because at least you know what you did. You feel me? That's what's
right. That's how we have to be, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, man, it be hard work and dedication to do what we do, and we still working at it. We want to get better. We pushing different things. Prayer said we're gonna do a full week Monday through Friday and have double episodes. We pulled it off. You know what I'm saying? So it's realistically hard work, and for motherfuckers to coattail and shit and leave a sour taste in our mouth, but at the same time it make me push even harder, because they can interview the same people, they can ask the same questions, but they can't ask the same goddamn questions. You know what I'm saying?
And not only that, you building relationships with all these artists as well too. So down the line, you can always call them back for a repeat performance, and they don't have no problem with that. Man, I've been invited to concerts backstage. I can go to all the little oldie concerts because they respect me, from the dance to, man, I mean, the list goes on, homie. That's the beautiful thing about it. That's the beautiful thing that
and I bet you be jamming your ass off too at them shows too, don't they? They still jamming, huh?
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, Kelly will have a show in Cali, I believe, in 2 weeks from now. And Kevin was cool cat, man. I've interviewed them as well, too. And it's like, man, it's a dream come true, man. You know, my man, if I get Sade, I'm probably going to throw up, man. I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah, that's going to be that one. I was just going to ask you, who would be your dream interview to do? Is Sade? Is she the one?
Sade,
which I think her birthday just passed too, not too long ago, maybe last week or something.
Chaka Khan, Sade, and I would have to say Morris Day from the time.
Yeah.
Because I follow that boy. Man, I can't get Morris Day to save my life. I've been jumping through hoops. I've been going through all these little channels I can go through, and that's been a hard one to secure. That's been a hard one. I cannot get a commitment. I got a yes, but I can't lock down a solid date.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout because it might. Yeah, exactly. Because I really truly believe that sooner or later, man. Because I'm a pester a motherfucker until he just say, "Leave me alone, please." Okay, calm down. Just leave me alone. I've done that. That's how I got the emotions. That's how I got the emotions. I pestered them and pestered them and pestered. And they had a good time on top of that. So, you know, man, it turned out to be a beautiful time.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, real talk. I mean, you know, it's good to be able to see you still doing this. We're still doing this, and it's been years later. You know, I'm glad to have you back on the show, and I want to chop it up with you a few more minutes, but I want to go to another track. You sent me some bangers, man. This one here is no nonsense. Tell everybody about this one, Tweed.
Oh, yeah, that's Sneak Rothstein, man. He always called me uncle, and I hate when people call me uncle. It's like, you're not my brother's son. Stop calling me uncle. I understand that, you know, it's a respect factor, you know, but, man, that's my nephew, man. Sneak Rothstein is on that song with me, and Tony Ray, man, from Wild One Studios in Fresno, he produced that track, man, and it's way out, man. It's kind of like a West Coast Honest type song, and you know, man, it's just something to me. Man, to me, it ain't about. I don't care if you don't like my music. I just want you to respect it because it ain't whack. So even if you don't like it, you can't say it's whack. Feel me? That's what I've always been on. That's what I've always been on. So that's really where the premise of the title and the song and the track. And Tony Ray is a monster, man. You can check him out on tracktycoons.com. He got beats for sale, so if y'all need some beats, y'all need to get at him, man. Y'all need to get at him, but don't say my name because he know me good. So if he asks you, man, he might have a secret question. If you can answer that question, you ain't getting no love.
That's what you got to do nowadays. You got to have a password or code word or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's about real shit. Man,
exactly.
This is no nonsense, man, right here. Don't go nowhere. We're going to be right back with Tweed Cadillac right here on the Murder Master Music Show, only at UGSforLife.com. And make sure every Thursday to check out Tweed Cadillac's 93.Tweed FM, man. It's dope music, you know what I'm saying, from a dope era, just like CD. I need that shit on compact disc.
Yeah, I need that in the truck right now. You know what I'm saying?
It's got to go in the
I need to be at work tomorrow. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, all y'all gotta do is go to tweedcadillac.com, man. Actually, like I told you, I went to Fresno to get paid to do a verse on a cat song, and they liked me so well. We jailed. I ended up staying, man. The guy, man, I was in a hotel room for like about, you know, man, a couple nights and shit, because I kind of like the atmosphere. So what ended up happening was, he said, man, you ain't got to stay in that hotel. He opened up his home and his facility to me, and we put together that project on the spot. So it turned out to be like a double CD. One CD is called Suave. That's all the 5-player shit. And the other CD is called A's Don't Count, in the booth. You dig? And both of them are available, and they're produced by Tony Ray, Wild One Studios out of Fresno, California. So we did that album, man, in like, I would say, about a month and a half, man. And it's quality work. That's what it's about. And while I was there,
Right.
just to tell you how fate and luck is, I've been doing Freeway Rick. I noticed that you guys had him on the show previously, and I've been knowing him for a while. Well, it just so happened that he came to Fresno on his book tour, found out I was in town, and took me to Fresno State University, and now speaking to all of the, people about the ins and outs of hip-hop. He's talking about his book. So, man, to me, it's no such thing as opportunity or luck. Man, you just got to be prepared for whatever happens. Man.
Exactly.
I never thought, I would be talking to a college about my career. You feel me? So that was a great honor as well, man. Freeway Rick is a good dude, man. He's really good dude. Man, his book is informative. It's real, and he's really, man. A lot of people will never grow up or live their life knowing a real millionaire, but he was a real millionaire. Feel me? So, man, I'm honored that he respected me enough to, take me with him.
A street millionaire, too, at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, in retrospect, just like when we always have Freeway on, he always a real dude, man. You know what I'm saying? The same way, like, Jerry Heller was with us. Like, we hadn't talked to you since the passing of Jerry Heller, man. He was a real good dude to us, and I know you was kind of fond of him, too. Can you give us a little reflection on, your inner workings with Jerry Heller and, the whole thing over there?
Well, everybody else talking about Jerry Heller, gang people, Jerry Heller did this, Jerry Heller did that. Well, not from my perspective. I can tell you one incident that's fine, and if my girl was in this room, she's like, you telling that story again? But, yeah, that story meant so much to me. Man, I was a little short of money, and Eazy was out of town, and I called up to Ruthless Records, and I said, sir, man, I need some funds. He said, well, come on up here. So now, mind you, I'm in South Central L.A. To go to where Ruthless Records was is in Woodland Hills in the good part of the White Town and all that shit, right? So we get in the car to get on the 405 freeway. That's a fucking traffic jam every day. It starts raining. I didn't want to drive. I asked my homeboy to take me, but little did he know that his windshield wipers wasn't working and it started raining.
Oh.
So imagine it on the freeway with no windshield wipers trying to go to get some money all the way in Woodland Hills. It was crazy as hell. So when we get to the office, we get out the car, we soaking wet. I said, Jerry, man, I just need some, some chippers. You give me a check, right? He said, okay, y'all just go down to the bank. The bank is in Beverly Hills, of all places. I go to the bank in Beverly Hills, and I'm trying to cash the check. The teller's looking at me funny, So all of a sudden, she looks at the check. She looks back at me. She looks at the check again. She says, hold on. So she goes and go get the manager. So the manager comes back up. He looks at me. He looks at the check. He says, hold on. They pull me out the line, dude, because I'm a black guy in Beverly Hills with all these rich white people. They pull me out the line.
Driven with.
And tell me to sit on the couch and all of this shit, right? So I just passed the card and said, look, man, you can call. This is where the account is. Call this number, and everything is cool. So they call the number. So they invite me back up to the window. The lady gives me my cash. And Jerry Heller, by the time we walked to the car, he called me to find out was everything good. So come on, man.
Yeah.
I think I never say nothing bad about Jerry. Jerry's always been cool to me, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, he was, man. As long as I know him. We didn't know him real long, but he was a cool dude with us. You know what I'm saying?
Me too, man. And when I interviewed him, man, on my show, I made sure that if you call in here, man, do not disrespect my guests. Whatever your
I think that's the show that I called in. Hell yeah, I think that's the show that I called in. I called in on the Jerry Heller. That's what it was. I called in on the Jerry Heller show.
I didn't want nobody to try to be clowning him, man, because, man, he cool, man. He done broke bread. Man,
yeah, I remember you saying that, too.
I went to his book signing. He invited me to his home. So, man, he had nothing but love for Tweed Cadillac, and I ain't got nothing but love for Jerry Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. He always gave y'all love on our show too.
And shame on the Grammys for not mentioning him. Shame on the Grammys because he helped so many people get Grammys. You know what I'm saying? Throughout his 50+ years in the music business. You know, so
exactly.
They need to recognize.
Rest in peace to the homie Jerry, man.
Yeah. You know, the Straight Outta Compton movie kind of really didn't help his credibility none. But you know, man, it is what it is. Some people hated him, some people loved him. Me, I love and I respect him. So I'm not tripping, man. He's resting in peace, and he knows that I gave a fuck about him. So that's really all that matters.
Oh yeah,
because I'm pretty sure that when we all die, they're all gonna have something bad to say about everybody. You know?
Yeah.
It is
Sure
what it is.
Oh yeah.
But if it wasn't for him and Eazy, y'all wouldn't be interviewing me now. You feel me? So, man, Eazy branded Tweed Cadillac. Man, speaking on Eazy, they're having what's called a Ruthless Legacy album. No, Ruthless Family album that's about to come out. Got Cocaine, Bone, everybody that was formerly on Ruthless Records is putting together a little compilation. And they actually, you know, man, yeah, they looked up for me. And the track they sent me is like stupid fire. The verses is written on this, man, you know, probably, man, jump in the booth probably within a week or two and knock it out. So be on the lookout for that as well.
Wow, that's what I'm talking about. That's gonna be real dope.
Oh yeah, 187 gonna be on it. Man, Cocaine, man, everybody, man, that BG Knockout, everybody that was on Ruthless, man, is gonna do it. It's like a 2017 project, and the producer name is Three Finger Productions. He's tight, and matter of fact, he's not even. I think he's from, like, I forgot what country it is, but that boy sent me a track that sounds like some DJ Quick shit, because he know that, you know, it's kind of hard for me to work with producers because I guess I'm spoiled, you know, man, but always having that DJ Quick sound, I kind of miss that type shit, feel me? But this guy sent me a song that I swear to God, you would swear it was DJ Quick, man. You would swear Quick, man, as soon as I play it for him, he gonna flip out like, damn. It's hot as fist crease. I'm talking about it's hot as fist crease. And I'll come with it.
Yeah, speaking of Quick, I saw you doing some shows with him, and you guys were killing it, man. What was it like to be able to get back and do shows with Quick all these years later?
Man, that shit blew my mind as well, too, because we was beefing for a minute, but when it really came down to it, it wasn't personal, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when he looked out for me, man, and said, man, come on, Tweed. He took me to the Crest Groove. I did the How the West Was Won concert. It was like 17.5. I mean, these rappers talk all this shit. You ain't been in front of 17,000 people. You're shit your drawers. I had a ball. To me, that really made my rap career finalized. That's the word I'm looking for. Just that last good hurrah for like, damn, I never would have thought, man, I would have been on the How the West Was Won. It was like Mac 10 and Bone and Snoop and man, it was crazy, man. Too Short and 30 and like, how you been? I still know, respected. Man, it was a beautiful experience, man. Big shout out, man, to Quick for even looking out and doing that for me. You know, and the Crest Groove was at the Forum. And the Forum was like, you know, like a staple in L.A. That actually where the Lakers used to play before Staples Center. So for me to even be in that building, James Brown and the Jackson 5 played in that building. I mean, to me, it was monumental. And, man, I had more fun than the 17,000 people, man, that was in the fucking audience. That shit was fun as hell, man. Big shout out to Quick because he didn't have to do that, man. He looked out for me, man. So that was a beautiful thing. And put me on the Midnight Life album with him as well. So that was good, man.
That was
God
the last
good,
project
man.
he
Just
put out,
say
wasn't
that.
it? The Midnight Life, that was the last project he put out, I think, wasn't it? Just about a year or so ago.
Yeah. 3 videos, came off of it. It's cool, man. It was a very nice album, man. He got his point across on really what he wanted to say. The music was always phenomenal. I mean, he don't slack when it comes to the beats. So, man, it was a great thing. And the funny part about it, it was the first time that I was ever did a song with Sugar Free. So, that was fun just with it itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's going to be the one we end the show with, I believe. Let's see, what's that one called again? Broken Down? That's what you're talking about? Yeah, that's another banger. Yeah, when I tell guys to send me tracks, they might send me one or two, and you just hit the inbox with a shitload of music. I appreciate that, man. I really do.
Well, man, and the funny part about it, I really didn't know what to send you. I was willy-nilly about it because I have such a body of work till I try to tell my godson, because he's doing these beats, it's like if you have a body of work, man, whatever the game is, you got a uniform. Feel me? So I have so much songs, I really didn't know what to send you. I know that your audience is a certain direction, so I try to tailor the songs I sent you to fit your audience. But, man, it's so much more I could have sent you, man. I got a song called Age Don't Count, man, and in the booth, and you really need to hear that one. But as I said, go to the website, tweedcadillac.com, and listen to that song. And if you want it, I'll send it to you, man. I'll send you the whole CD. I already got your email. It's a done deal. But, man, I got a body of work, and the reason I did that is because if something do happen to me, I just want my daughters, man, to be able to say, man, my daddy was the shit. You feel me? And my grandkids, man, I want them to be able to really have a legacy, and I know I can do that. And my publishing, I've always had my publishing. That's another thing I can say about Jerry Hill. I've always had my publishing from day one, so I never got ganked for any type of money. But the thing is, I just want to leave a legacy, man, so my kids can be proud of me. And if something do happen to me, that they can live off my publishing. You feel me?
Hell yeah. And that's what it's about at the end of the day. That's what we all want at the end of the day is for our kids to be straight, you know what I'm saying, and not have to worry about nothing. And if people can't respect that, then they got some mental problems, man. Real talk. I'll tell you what, man, I'm so happy that you're doing all these things. You know what I'm saying? You're staying relevant. You're out there making moves, music, radio. It just doesn't stop, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? We definitely want to have you back on the show again in the future. You know what I'm saying? Tell the Pimp Council, we'd love to have them on as well. You know what I'm saying? There's some dope cats out of Flint, Michigan. Anybody you fucking with, man, open invitation. Let them know about us, Tweed. And, they're more than welcome to come on the show. We'd love to have them.
Man, you got to give me something. You got to give me something hard to do because that's nothing. I got y'all covered, man. Y'all always have my back, man. I got y'all back from your side, man. I'm a real one, as they say. If you ever catch me in some skinny jeans,
hell no,
never that. Never that.
Yeah, never that. No way. No way, no how. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, before we go, give them all your contact info and let them know, you know what I'm saying, when they can check out your show and all that good stuff so they can keep in tune.
Okay, well, 93.3 FM is every Thursday night, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific time. You can get that information from my website, tweedcadillac.com. The call-in number, the link is there. You can hit me on Facebook. I really ain't got a lot of Twitter fans because I'm barely on that. But, you can find me there. Also, thepimpcouncil.com is their official website as well. You can find their music there. And the Beats, Booze, and Broad CD I spoke of, you go to my godson. That's True Fusion, 2 Z's, TrueFuzzion. Or you can get that album on my website as well, tweedcadillac.com. Also go to my people, tracktycoons.com if y'all need some beats. or if y'all need some other beats, go back to Fusion. Man, we just a well-rounded conglomerate over here. You know what I'm saying? We just want to cater to hip-hop. We just want to cater to hip-hop and keep it alive and weed out these suckers. And we can weed out these suckers, man. Hip-hop will be great again like what Donald Trump want to do to America. If we can make hip-hop great again, let's focus on that. If we can do that again, that's a beautiful thing. Get rid of these suckers. Yeah. Let them shine. Let them shine for the moment. And then tell them go sit their monkey ass down, you know, and let Dead Players get back in the game. You know, let X-Clan come back. Man, just keep it real, man. Let Most Def and I'm not just talking about East Coast, even the West Coast, man. Let Afro Man back up in the game. Quit bullshit. Feel me?
Yeah. Right. Let the motherfuckers that's really out here getting it cracking on some real shit back in the fold. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? You know what I'm saying?
It ain't even hard to do. It ain't even hard to do, man. It ain't because man, these kids are stuck fucking illiterate, man, right about now. All this metrosexual bullshit, and it's like, come on, man. I don't want my son. If I had a son, I don't even have a son, but I would never. He came home in a skirt with some skinny jeans under that shit, man. It's like, get the fuck out of here. He would get beat up by me, his uncles, everybody else. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? His sisters probably would beat his ass. When you go up in South Central, man, you know what not to do and you know what to do. So to me, man, that demasculization of the black male race is at an all-time high, man. And the fucked up part about it, I hate looking at Facebook and seeing these kids just beating up each other and filming it, ain't nobody helping. Man, I seen a girl get body slammed today, as a matter of fact, picked up and body slammed by another girl. And all the people standing around filming that shit. They think that shit is cute. They think that shit is cool. But, man, it's making us look like idiots, man, as a society. And it ain't cool, man.
Yeah, they cool. Right away hitting the button and uploading it to Facebook or wherever. And, it's at the expense of somebody else, which isn't cool. You're right, man. Real talk.
Yeah. And big shout out to DJ Malone from Chicago because I've been knowing this cat for we're going on maybe 5-6 years as well. And he's very prominent in Chicago. But the violence in Chicago is at an all-time high. I don't know if y'all really heard, but a baby and a dude got shot in the car the other night. I mean, man, it's just, man, it's crazy in Chicago, dude. It's crazy in Chicago.
Children are not immune to it. Every day, a child's getting killed. You know what I'm saying? And my brother's a school teacher up there. He had to bury students. He had to go to the funerals of the kid he taught. And it's horrible. It really is, man. It's
it really is.
Other cities are violent too. Other cities are going through it too. But Chicago is just, man, it's been fucked up like that since 20s, and it's just getting worse and worse, man.
Because it was the gangster city. It was known as the gangster city. It was known as the gangster city. But look, back in the early stages of my career, one of our first concerts was on the south side of Chicago. I remember it like it was yesterday, and it was cool. But now it's like, man, they fighting over some bullshit, and so many people, man, are getting murdered. I mean, every weekend, man, it's like ridiculous. It's like, how can you even go to the market? You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like you can't maneuver and walk around.
70 people get shot, 20 get killed, and it's just crazy. I hope things
it was like 14. Yeah. It was like 14 in one weekend. So man, that's ridiculous, and we killing each other. That's the sad part about it, And everybody want to holler about how bad, South Central and Compton is, or New Orleans, but man, it's a ghetto wherever you at. We understand that. We understand that, the economic thing and messed up people's heads. We do understand that too. But damn, man, you don't have to just pull out a gun, man. Pull out a gun. You know, you don't have to do that. You got a beef, man, and you have no other way of discussing it. Just get your people, get his people, and y'all just go, man, put on some 8-ounces and take it to the backyard. Because that's how we used to do. We take it to the backyard, homie. Nobody gonna jump in. Y'all sell that shit. Y'all hug, and we go get an old English, and everything is cool.